he was a non-issue in my life. He did not even exist. I could care less about him. You know, he was not anywhere around, period. But God buried into that. He said, how can you walk with me if you don't even like your dad? Well, I don't just not like him. I don't really give a about him. Right? But the Lord said, I want you to write a letter to your dad. Oh, good. It's a hypothetical letter. You know, I can write it and then burn it. Right? You've done that, right? Maybe if I just... What time is it? I'm looking at that clock and I'm saying, man, I am not getting it. This is the longest hour I've ever had in my life. Why is that? You guys should have said something. Hey, wait, don't look at that clock. Oh my gosh. I know. We gotta get a new clock, okay? I'm serious. I'm looking at it. And part of me is going, what's with that time 10 minutes ago? Oh, here it is. 15 till. Reality check. I gotta stop. Okay.
Keep going because we're going to
Oh yeah, 2 more minutes?
Yes.
2 more. But does this make sense? Does this make sense?
Yeah.
I am not going to be a disciple who twists. No, my dad wasn't right. I wrote the letter and I said, Dad, you know, the Lord told me what to write. You know, tell him, you know, about the stuff. And I said, well, Dad, you know, I forgive you. And whoa, time out. No. I'm sitting on a log in Tucson, Arizona, in the desert. I know it's not there anymore, but I can tell you kind of the rough area. And it's like haunting me. No, you need to write a letter asking your dad to forgive you. What did I do? I never hit him. What do you mean, me forgive me? What? That made no sense. Dad, now I'm really getting ticked off and I want to write this so you can, you know. No, tell him that you know, ask him to forgive you.
Wow.
It was a long moment. I don't know how long it was. Dear Dad, did you lose any more hair lately? I mean, you know, how do you start something like that? Dear Dad. Is your mustache gray? I wrote the letter and I mailed it off, and there was no response whatsoever. Until my mom, probably a year later, called me and said, your dad's got 10% chance to live. You probably need to go see him. And when I came into his room, long story short, when I came into his room, he had been he collapsed, you know, those big old things here. He'd been cut open all the way. He gasped. And man, we both wept like crazy. I kind of fell on his chest a little bit. I don't know if that hurt or not, but I'm sure it did. But we both wept. And from that day on, we were buds.
Amen.
God could not use me with a repressed anger against my dad.
Amen.
He couldn't use me. I don't care what my dad did to me. It's under the blood. I love him. He's in heaven. The few days before, his last few days, the Lord spoke to us to go see him. We hadn't seen him in 2 years. And there he was, you know, and he starts crying. I said, what's the matter, Dad? Do I have this cancer because God is punishing me for all the wrong that I've done? I said, not my God. Not my God. You're over 80. This just is what happens. Something I said put him at ease. And that Friday he got up from work, up from the bed, and he says, today's the day. And that late afternoon he was in heaven. You know?
Amen.
It was amazing how God used that, because God couldn't use me if I had a perverted understanding of commandments. Because if I can't have John tell me what to do, that's a good indication that I can't have God telling me what to do. So I have to break that in me. 2 more, you said? Where are they? Where am I?
6.
Meditate when you doubt. Hey, you know, why waste your time on doubting? Start meditating. Start talking his language. Number 7, meditate when people wrong us without just cause. I'm sure everyone in this room has been wronged without just cause. It's a good way to bring his word into being. Number 8, meditation is an act of obedience to his word. Do not let this book cook, but meditate on it. And so use the memory scriptures provided in the sheet here, etc. You know, don't cram. Don't wait till Thursday night or Friday morning to memorize. Do it a little bit every day. Do a little bit every day. And by the time at the end of the week, you'll have it memorized. You know? Robert, how many scriptures did you have to memorize at Rodney Howard Brown School?
Oh my gosh. Every class that we had, we probably had like 7 or 8 scriptures that we had to memorize.
Okay.
Yeah, it was great.
So this is nothing
pretty long ones too.
This is nothing new for you then.
No.
That's good.
I can do it.
The next page is your homework assignment. Here's here's the assignments. Do you have it?
Yes.
Okay, under week 1, under assignments, read next week's lesson, Knowing God. We handed that out. I know there's blanks. Just forget the blanks. Just read the information. Bible reading, Genesis 3, Hebrews 10, 1 through 10. Journal.
I turned the page and I pulled it up so that it gets the right. I know, but they don't know about it. Can you hold it up so that it
You guys, here, it looks like this, week 1. There's always a spirit of right? Just near. Okay. Wow, it's still 6 after 7. All right. Any questions at all? Yeah, I did. Now, after this homework assignment, do you okay, you guys, listen. One more thing, everyone. So read next week's lesson, Knowing God. Read Genesis 3, Hebrews 10. A journal. Write down what God is saying to you. Memory verse, Romans 8, or 5, 8, and 9, or 2 Corinthians 5:21. You probably know 2 Corinthians 5:21 now, right? But try Romans 5 if you then volunteer in an area of the church, and then accountability group. Decide who that will be, no more than 4 people total. And meet once a week on the notes, homework, memorization. Just connect, you know. So, do husband and wife count?
Not all. They're not same gender.
So same gender is good.
So not husband and wife.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're married, you should probably keep one another accountable anyway if you're in this class together,
But
right?
I think it is very healthy for the guys to get the guys and
Right.
guys for girls.